atmosphere against defense that had 12 days to prepare?
I mean, I think we did the first half. I feel like we're giving them too much open lanes. I mean, we gave them soft edges. We had 3 guys on the perimeter. In the second half, we started just playing man coverage, and that's when we started really making them work for it. And they really couldn't do too much once we started trying to play straight man. And I feel like it's just a little too late.
Back right, Aaron?
How much pressure does it put on the defense when the offense is not playing very well? It seems like in your losses over the years, the defense has struggled the most when the offense is not performing. You guys thrive off the offense? You play better from ahead than you do when it's close?
I think it's just like any other team, but at the same time, I mean, if your offense doesn't have the ball too long, you have to get back on the field over and over and over. I mean, I thought we did a good job at the same time. I mean, you have to be able to pick your offense up. I mean, you might have a bad day, but the offense has a bad day, we have to pick them up, and if we have a bad day, the offense has to, and that's all you can say.
Questions for Ifo here in the middle?
With the college football playoff, does that change the complexion of a single loss, especially early in the season?
I think, I haven't really thought of that too much, but I mean, it's an early loss. I mean, we have a long season and we have a lot of games to play. I mean, we're playing UCLA next week. When we play Washington, I mean, it's not going to get any easier. So, I mean, we have to be ready for every game and just take it one game at a time. And when that time comes when they decide, we'll have to see.
In the back, Tom?
Solomon at quarterback did a pretty good job for a redshirt freshman. How would you assess his game, and what made it so difficult for you guys to sort of get him under wraps?
I think he did a good job. I mean, their coaching staff made it pretty easy on him. They didn't make him make any actual field reads or any reads where he has to look from from one side to the other. He really just had to pick the side, and he was able to throw out curls, and that's pretty much all they do. They run read option. If it's not open, they pull the ball. Quarterback can either run, or he can throw it out, or he can throw a curl. Those are just easy passes where he can convert those and get his confidence up. And I mean, they did it the whole game. Once we started going to man coverage, the quarterback started running around.
In front, Matt?
For both you guys, you've got, like you said, Ifo, there's a lot of good teams still left on this schedule. Does that put a high importance for the leaders on this team to kind of keep the team together and say that we can still accomplish our goals and get to where we want to go?
I mean, it's football. You're going to win some and you're going to lose some, but I mean, you have another game and you have to get to the next game and worry about your next opponent. I mean, we lost this game. You have to move on. It happens. And now, I mean, I feel like we'll be more than ready for UCLA next week.
Derek, you want to address that question too?
Yeah, just like Ifo said, that game is past us now. And we got to focus on every game. We're not really worrying about playoffs or anything like that. We're worrying about winning each and every game that we play. So that's our main focus. We got to rally each other up. Leaders got to lead, got to step up. Pick up those young guys, so everyone pick their heads up, and we got work to do come up Monday.
Let's do 2 more for Ifo, and then we'll switch over to Derek.
Ifo, the coaches mentioned resiliency. This is really going to be a test of your guys' character after this loss. Are you guys viewing it that way, and how do you think you guys are going to respond?
I mean, it's football. I mean, every loss will test your character to see how you respond the next week. I mean, I'm sure not every team in college football is going to go undefeated, so, I mean, everyone has to learn from their losses, and you have to just get better. I mean, that's the whole point. You don't want to have a loss and you don't learn anything from it, and you're the same team next week. You have to learn from it.
In the back, Tom?
Ifo, back here. To that point, you remember when you guys 2 years ago on this field beat that team 49-0. I know personnel is different and everything, but what do you think it says about the Pac-12 and how tough every game is each week? I mean, it's any given Saturday right now, it seems.
I mean, like I said before, I mean, it's not going to get any easier. You have to take it game by game, and you can't worry about who you have ahead of the schedule, or else somebody's going to come and beat you. I mean, you saw the Pac-12 games last week, how close they were, and I mean, that's how all the games are going to be this year.